Well, hi everyone, Rick Russell with the Houston Buyers Club. Hey, I know that a lot of you have been stuck at home, not being able to go anywhere with the coronavirus issues and the pandemic that we're having right now. Some of you have lost tremendous amounts of money in the stock market. Others are not able to work, not getting that paycheck that they're used to. Hey, we all understand. We're in the same boat with you. Just wanted to reach out because a lot of folks have been asking us, what's going on in the real estate market and how can we get into it, trying to look for something different in their lives right now. Well, so what we decided to do was we're going to give you some ideas of what we can do to help you through the Houston Buyers Club. Just to let you know, the Houston Buyers Club is a full service real estate investment association. In addition to having a monthly meeting, we also work with folks out in the real estate investing community and help them with their real estate investing lives. We have a coaching and mentoring program that's available to you at any point. You want to know more information, all you have to do is give us a call. We'd love to help you with that. In addition, we answer questions, guys. If you have a question, don't hesitate. Answering questions, that's a free thing. So we'd love to help you. So with that said, let's get into the meat and let's kind of talk about real estate investing, what it is and how I can help you in the future. So the first thing that you have to figure out in your real estate investing career is, what are you in it for? What do you want to do? How do you want to achieve there, and how are you going to get there? And what I mean by those things is, so what do you want? What specific area in real estate investing do you want to get into? Why do you have to achieve it? Is it because you lost your job, you're looking for something new to do? Is it because you're afraid of going back in the stock market and losing money that way? Afraid of the volatility? Well, real estate's, not as volatile as the stock market, not in most cases. And how are you going to get there? Are you going to do it on your own? You're going to get help from other people? We surely suggest getting help with other people. It's really tough to get out there on your own and figure out what you need to do and how to do it. Don't make the same mistakes as everybody else has made. Learn from other people's mistakes. So why do we invest in real estate? Is it for the money? Hey, look, the money's not bad, right? We like money. I mean, it pays the bills. It takes care of our families. It gives us the things that we want in life, right? We want the toys. Having a big shiny sports car is not a bad gig, right? Sure looks good on a lot of folks. Is it for the pleasure? Is it for the fun? Do we want to go out and have more time to be able to do the things we want? Go the places we want to go to? Those are all great things to do. But if you're going to be successful in real estate, those things are going to really get exciting for you and help you in the short term. But in reality, those aren't the reasons for long-term success and long-term success in real estate investing. You got to have a reason not to give up in investing. If you make a quick $5,000, $10,000, you might just say, okay, great, I'm done. But you know what? You have to have commitment to working at your business with a passion. And look, we all do this. We've been doing this for a long time, and we really like it. What's the real reason for success in real estate investing? The real reasons are they can be personal, life-changing choices that we make and a commitment to these changes. They're different from every person that I talk to, but essential to your success. And what I mean by that is you have to have a reason to get up every day. You have to have a reason to really do this with your life's passion. And we do it because it gives us freedom. Freedom to do the things we want. Freedom to go the places we want to. Hey, look, if I don't want to get up and go to work today, I don't go to work. But you know what? I get up every day with excitement and passion because it's what I love to do. I love being able to help people. Do you have to go to a job every day? Not my favorite thing to do. I did it for a long time. I hated that 9 to 5. Look, I was in retail, so it wasn't 9 to 5. It was 9 a.m. till whenever the heck we got home. And in many cases, it was late into the next morning or early into the next morning, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. Hated the drive every day. Is that something that you see yourself doing every day? I mean, look, every one of us has been in gridlock. Every one of us, if you live in anywhere that has any kind of population, you've seen this right here. Bumper to bumper, nothing but brake lights. Those are minutes that you'll never get back in your life. Is it for your family? Yeah, well, I hope your family's a little different for this one. But you know, every family's unique. You know, everybody has their kook in the family. Everybody has their person that is the money person. Everybody has their person that's the fun person. Hey, I get it. Yeah, you talk to my wife, she'll say that I'm not the money person in my family. She is. And you know, that's okay. At home, that's fine. Is it because we want to be able to do the things that we want to do? Spend time with the people that we want to spend them with. Enjoy the little things in life, the perks and the pleasures. Look, time to travel and explore your passions. My wife loves going on travel excursions and seeing places that she hasn't ever seen before. It's to have more time for your hobbies, your leisure. You love to play golf, go boating, fishing. What are the things you like to do in life? And look, something we have a strong belief in. Volunteering. It's time, you know, get out there and volunteer, help help mankind, help your neighbors. Get out and do the things that give you a good feeling. Go to special places. Extra money and time to enjoy your retirement and your retirement years. That's really important. Spend time with your significant other. A lot of people get this wrong. They think getting into real estate is to get rich. Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with being rich. Hey, but it's a misconception. We don't get in real estate to get rich. Although it's really cool, but we don't want to get rich for the sake of having money. If you just have money and you don't do anything with it, what's the use of having it? We want to build wealth, financial freedom, because of an amazing life that having that type of income and that kind of money can do for each and every one of us. It gives us the opportunity to do those things that I was talking about a little while ago. The problem is only a few people actually get there. They come to meetings, they watch things like this on the computer, they read real estate investment books, they pay for classes, they watch all the Netflix DIY infomercials, get excited about it, and then never do a thing. So, I'm going to give you the 5 steps to success. Number 1, know what to do and what you want. Know why you want to do it. Know where you're at in your life. Be on a mission. Know that failure is not an option. Take actions consistent with what you want. Do the things that you need to do for the reasons that you want to have them accomplished. Shortcuts to save time and money, energy. Use role models. Have other people help you with your success. Find a mentor who's already getting the results you want. Find out what they're doing and do the same things. Probability says if you do the same things that somebody that's successful is doing and you do them in a consistent manner, you're going to get the same results. So really, basically, real estate investing can involve the purchase, ownership, management, rental, and sale of real estate for profit. Each of these can be an avenue toward financial freedom. Financial freedom is where it's at. Having the ability to use what you're good at to make you the money you need to do the things you want. It's pretty simple, right? So there's really basically 3 investing avenues. I know I have 4 things up there, but I'm going to talk about one a little bit later. We're going to kind of look at it right now, but here's the 3 ways. Active investing. Active investing is the quick cash in investing, and that's where we get into what's called wholesaling. And I'll go into what these things are in a little bit. Active investing. It's a little more money, buying and selling, taking ownership of a property and being able to buy and sell it. Having active and passive, a little both of both worlds in the passive and active income. Residual income is really important in our business. Buying and renting properties. We really have a strong belief in that. We think those other 2, those active investing things, the wholesaling and buying and selling of properties, those are great for quick money. Those are good for cash injections. But the true way to become wealthy in real estate is by buying and controlling properties and utilizing them as some type of rental or leasing. There's another one I'll get into a little bit later. Then there's passive investing. If none of this works for you, you're not, boots on the ground kind of guy, and you want to do things from your computer, there is another one. It's called passive investing. It's where you earn interest. Lending and buying of notes, or lending out your personal financials, your money, to people that are in this business to be able to go out and buy and purchase real estates for buying and selling, or buying and renting for long-term cash investment. You're going to get the money that the bank would normally get. So let's talk about the different classes of real estate. We talked about the styles of real estate investing there are, but let's talk about what types of real estate you can actually get into. So we kind of break them down. There's houses. You'll hear us talk about single-family residences. Single-family residences are those that you would normally see. It's a basic house that you would normally have and live in. In addition to that, there's mobile homes. Mobile homes are a great investment, especially with a downturn in the economy. People have to have a place to live, and it's a less expensive place to be able to live when you don't have the finances coming in that you did prior. Let's go over to the other side and talk about a multifamily, apartment complexes. Now, when people think about apartment complexes, they think about these really big apartment units that they've seen all their life. Well, the reality is apartments can be anything over 4 units. So apartment can be a 5-unit structure, a 5-apartment complex. So you can start off small. You don't have to get into the multiple hundred apartment units. In addition to that, mobile home parks. We talked about mobile homes a little bit, but what about a place to put them? Having just the rental of the land, not the property itself. Now you can do both. You can actually have the mobile home that you rent and the land. So you can do both in the same location. Another one that's really good, especially in an economic downturn, is self-storage. People have a tendency to want to downsize when the economy gets bad. So they look for a place to put the stuff that they had in that big house now that they're going to a smaller home and consolidating. Office buildings. Well, right now we're not sure about the office building. We're going to take a look at it here in the next 6 months. But right now it doesn't seem like, in a lot of places, that offices are going to be the best investment for us. We talk about retail spaces. Retail space is kind of the same thing. We're kind of in a wait and see mode about that. That's going to be your strip centers. Any place that there would be a store of some kind selling something to the public. And then the last one is industrial space. That's warehouses and things of that nature. Warehouses are a great investment opportunity for a lot of places. Businesses need a place to make things. They need a place for large scale storage. They need a manufacturing facility. These are all types of industrial spaces. So let's talk about wholesale. Let's go back fast cash, remember? So here's what it is. Here's what wholesaling is in a nutshell. You find somebody that has a house for sale and they're motivated by something. Something could be that they want to downsize. It could be that they're going through a divorce. It could be that there was a death in the family and they need to sell a parent's home. It could be that they want to move somewhere out of state. It could be a landlord that doesn't want to be a landlord anymore. These are all motivations that people might have so that they want to sell a house. You want to negotiate a good deal. You want to go in there and get the best deal possible, and we'll talk about that a little bit later and what we think a good deal is. But you need to get it significantly under market value. Get it under a contract, and then you're going to sell that contract to another investor. And you're going to earn a finder's fee. We call it a wholesaling fee. Anybody that's getting started in this business and doesn't have any money, it's a great way to get into it, because here's the best part about it. When you do all these things, you have virtually no money out of pocket. And when I say that, yeah, you got to put some money down when you take the contract to the title company, and just tell you, and it's called earnest money. So our basic earnest money that we put on a contract is $10. The cool part about it, when the contract closes and the other investor closes on that contract and buys the house, you get your $10 back too. So in reality, you have no money invested in the deal whatsoever. Pretty cool, huh? Bigger cash. That's when you buy and sell a property. A lot of people have heard about this and they see it on TV all the time. It's called flipping the house, right? So that's when you go out and you buy a property, and the purpose of buying that property is so that you can fix it up, rehab it, that's what we call it, clean it up, get it ready for market, hold it through any market changes, turn it around, maybe with a new lease, and sell it. Anyone who has a little bit of money or money from somebody else, OPM, guys, remember that little acronym, OPM, other people's money. Never use your own money if you can get away with using somebody else's. And is ready to roll your sleeves up and kind of get into the business and really get in there. Flipping property takes a lot of commitment, and it requires that you educate yourself so that you can be successful, so that you can do the right type of rehab for the right property. You don't over rehab. The largest problem that most people have when they're novice or new in rehabbing is they have a tendency to over rehab or overpay for the property. Now, when you buy this property, just like when you're wholesaling, you need to get a good bargain on it. You need to get it at a price point that you can resell it and make money, because that's what we're doing here, right? There's a lot of things to take into consideration. Residual income, being a landlord. We have a lot of belief in this system. Buying and renting a property out means just really basically this. You're going to buy a property, you're going to fix it, you're going to do the rehab. So it's a lot like this flip that we just talked about. However, when you finish the property, you're not going to sell it. So you might have to possibly hold it through any type of market changes, turn it around, get new leases in it. You're going to deal with a lot of different type of people. And then you're going to have to figure out how you're going to manage it. And if it's an apartment, you're going to have to get a management staff. The cool part about this is when you buy that property and you get somebody in it, basically the money that you get from them, the rent, is going to pay for your property. So you're not going to have a lot of out money that you're going to be spending other than the down payment if you have to come up with a down payment. Or you can buy it right and get everything rolled into the loan, which is the right way to do it. And then let that person who's renting it from you actually pay your note. And hopefully after that you have a little bit of residual income on the top side of that property. In other words, if you bought it and you had all of your expenses were $1,000 and you were renting it for $1,400 a month, the difference between the $1,000 and the $1,400, the $400, is going to be a residual income that you can take right away. But the best part about it, 5 to 10 years down the road, that house is going to double, maybe triple in value. If you decide at that point that you want to do something with it and turn that property, sell it, you can sell it for a significant profit margin. Lending and note buying. And we talked about this a little bit, so let's talk about the private lending aspect. Private lenders, some that we work with, use self-directed IRAs. If you don't know what that is, you need to give us a call and let us talk to you about self-directed IRAs. That's probably the largest area of people that we work with have their money in a self-directed IRA, lend their money to other investors to purchase real estate. Now, for you, if you're a private lender, what that means to you is you're making really an above average return. We know what interest rates are now. They're going down and down and down. But as a private lender, you can get a little more than what the standard market bears. Let's just say an average note ran right now at what, about 3.5%, under 4%, let's say. If you're a private lender, you can look anywhere from 6 to 9% as a return, maybe more depending on the property. Everything's negotiable, and it depends on the property and the type of problems that you may have with this property. If it's a good property, you're going to be a little less. If there's a little more, a little meat on the bone. If it's a property that may have some underlying issues, or the person borrowing the money may have some underlying issues, you may charge more. So it's a great way to get into the business in a very passive sense. You're not really out there doing anything with the property, so far as hammering nails or getting, contractors doing what they're supposed to do. You're just lending the money. You're the bank. Now let's talk about a little further down the line is note buying. The cool part about note buying is you're basically buying mortgage notes. These are properties that have already been fixed up. They have a long-term note on them, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. You're buying them at a discounted rate, and you're collecting the money from the purchaser just as the bank would. Now let's just say you buy a note for $100,000 and the maturity on the note is $250,000. Now these are extreme numbers, so the reality is you probably won't get that good a deal, but let's just say you did. So you have $100,000 that you're spending and $250,000 that you're going to make over a period of time. You've netted $150,000 on that note. It's not a bad way to do it. You're going to collect all the interest on it, and you're going to be repaid for the principal. Pretty cool way to do it, and it is purely passive. You don't ever lift a hammer. So where do you go from here? So first thing you need to do is you need to figure out what strategy. What do you really like in the market? Do you like wholesaling? Do you like fix and flips? You thinking about landlording? We think that's the greatest way to go. That's where you really make wealth in this business. Or do you want to be a passive investor? Do you want to get into single family, multifamily, or commercial? That's all those other things we talked about. Now, single family can still be those things that we talked about, the mobile homes. Commercial would be the combination of that mobile home and the land where you're putting it, the mobile home park. Multifamily obviously is the apartments. So decide what asset class makes sense for you. and then get support. Join a group. Work with somebody like us. We'd love to help you. Get accountability. Find somebody that will hold you accountable for what you're doing, or better yet, for what you're not doing. Build your network. That's people that are like-minded, that can do this, or doing this currently. Get educated. Work with people like us that can give you the tools that you need, the education that you need, and help you along the way by mentoring. Consider mentoring. We do coach. It's folks in our coaching program do really well. Well, I know that was a lot of info to cover in a really short time, but we gave you a basic overview of what it is to be in the real estate investing business, the different types of real estate that you can get in and purchase, and the different styles of real estate investing that you can get into. But most importantly, we gave you the information you need to get started. Make sure that you get with somebody like us, Houston Buyers Club REIA. Get educated. Find somebody that can help you along the path. We'd love to be that person. If you want more information about how we can help you, please don't hesitate. First thing you need to do is give us an email at info at Houston Buyers Club, HBCREIA.com. That's info at HBCREIA.com. And we'll be sure and get back with you and let you know what we can do to help you, and how you can get involved in the real estate investing business. If you need coach, if you need real estate investing education, we're here to help you. And don't forget, come back tomorrow for day 2 of this important presentation.